All right. Hey, y'all. Uh, my artwork I don't care for, part three. I chose Charles Sackville, the second Duke of Dorset, which is a portrait by Rosalba Carreria. Just a little bit of background information about Rosalba. She was born January 12th, 1673. She was born in Venice with two sisters, and her family was from the lower middle class in Venice. And as a child, she kind of began her artistic career by making lace patterns for her mother, who was engaged in that trade uh, as well. So she kind of helped her out a little bit, and that's where she really started to fall in love with this art. She is a Venetian Rococo painter, but in her younger years, she specialized in portrait miniatures. Um, it is for that she's able to establish a career in portraits. She would later become known for her pastel work, which is what the portrait that I have chosen is some of her famous pastel work, and she is also remembered as one of the most successful women artists of any era. All right, so on to the painting a little bit. Um, she originally painted Charles Sackville, second Duke of Dorset, in 1730. So a little bit about this guy was he was a British politician who sat in the House of Commons between 1734 and 1765, then succeeded to be the peerage as Duke of Dorset. I don't really know what that is. Um, but anyway, um, you know, just this painting, it doesn't really look like paint, and that's kind of like when you say painting, I think of paint, and it doesn't really look like paint. So I kind of looked into it, and this is a pastel painting which she did, and which I think personally is incredible. Like looking into pastels, it's very messy, and you really can't just like you make a wrong line, you can't just erase it. So I think that's why this painting is pretty incredible because of the detail and just the furnished look of this painting, which really makes it unique. I see kind of why other people may tend to turn the wrong way and not enjoy it as much. But being that it was created by something like more difficult with like pastels and and that type of technique with that type of material. I just think it's pretty mesmerizing that somebody can do that, and I think it's a very good painting because well, I mean, if you ever tried to paint somebody, like they might move, they might blink, so you might they might smile or laugh at something, so their face texture may be different than when you started. And back in that time, like, they didn't have cameras to take a picture of somebody like we do. Um, so it's pretty difficult to draw a portrait, and the fact that it was made with like pastels and it's just not erasable. You can't once you draw that line or whatever. It's just that's that. It's there, and you can probably try and cover it up. But really, at the end of the day, that's why I think this painting is pretty incredible. Although some people might say it's too simplistic or something like that. I don't think a portrait is very simplistic. I think if somebody were to draw a portrait and somebody told them it was simplistic, I think they would tell them like that they're nuts. So at the end of the day, this portrait is it's very good, and that's why I like it.